Tanner, what game should I play? I'm on winter break. What do I do? You're sleeping. I don't know. Let's go take a look. See what we got going on here. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Far Cry 6, Lego City, Assassin's Creed, Battlefront, Shadow of War. Didn't have a... Huh. I don't know, man. None of this is sticking out. You know what? Maybe I'll just get something from the fridge. Kind of thirsty. I don't know, man. I have so many games. Where do I even begin? What? I don't know how that got in there. Why is there a pistol in the fridge? That was weird. I don't know who put this pistol in my fridge. Let's get something to eat. I'm hungry. Are you kidding me, man? Who keeps putting gun... Great. It's jammed too. Thankfully I know how to operate a gun. Sorta. This is broke. I don't know what to do. I don't know, man. I got nothing. I mean, I got assault rifles in the pantry. I got a pistol in the fridge. I'm gonna find a bazooka in the basement or something if I go looking. Nerf? Who's putting Nerf bullets in my thing? This is crazy. That's not good. Oh. What the? Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, oh God. Oh no. We're doing this one, aren't we? Did you do this, Tanner? You put this, you dropped this on me, you put the pistol in the thing. I know you did. Shit. Here we go again. Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. And today, for you guys, there's another Grand Theft Auto video. You probably guessed it from the title, thumbnail, and opening skit. Yeah, we're talking about GTA San Andreas. One of the best GTA games we've gotten. GTA 3, Vice City, and now we're on to San Andreas. Again, in my opinion, maybe, I don't know, I'll have to see when I do GTA 4 again. But, I don't know. It's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. But like if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new. So we're going to get right into it. This is, again, the Definitive Edition version. So this is not the 2004 whatever version on a PS2. I never owned it. I don't have any intention of owning it. Because, look, this is the best game in the Definitive Edition trilogy package thing that you could buy. Not because it's the the newest or whatever, maybe it is, but it's just the most polished. When I played through every single three of these games, and obviously for the reviews I've already beaten them, but a lot of the case is that I have completely finish most of them. I didn't finish this one, because this is a big freaking game, okay? This GTA San Andreas is a huge video game, and there's a lot of stuff to uncover within it, but the storyline is... I don't want to say it's amazing, but it is the best out of the trilogy. Basically, everything in this game is the best out of the trilogy, right? Out of 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, this one is obviously the best. Because, Rockstar, they've honed their craft, you know what I mean? They were able to make a massive world that, hell, even rivals 4 and 5 in terms of its scope, man. It is a big freaking map. And I know when you get in a helicopter or a plane, it kind of looks like a diorama, but it's not that bad. You can do ground haze or whatnot. But overall, the city is massive. There are 3 cities. There's a countryside. GTA 4, for example, is just one big city. This has 3 and the country area. There's a lot to this game, which is really, really cool. So exploring this one is a friggin' joy, man. It is insanely fun to run around, drive around in cars, ATVs, motorbikes, planes. There's races you can do. It's a lot to do in this game. And then you get to the story, which is, again, CJ, a.k.a. Carl Johnson, who realizes his mom died, and he's like, oh, shoot, I gotta go back to Grove Street, home. At least it was. You know how it goes. And with that, you actually see that, okay, there is a story here, and it's probably the best out of the 3. Is it as good as 5? No. But I will say that it's a little better than 4. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to, when I do my review, we'll talk about it. But this one's weird, because when I played it, it was engrossing to a degree, it was fun, but it's hard to talk about this game, because it depicts black culture, and I'm a white guy, so I hear the N word like a million times than I probably would on my day-to-day life. So yeah, obviously I don't care. It doesn't offend me or anything, but it is just a bit weird to hear the N word like every 5 seconds. I don't. I mean, look, I never go to a hood in real life. I will never go. So I don't know if they talk like that. I have no clue. But in GTA San Andreas, I know that this is a very fictionalized kind of, satirical version of America, right? That's what GTA. Every single Grand Theft Auto is a satire of something, and I'm assuming this is a satire of the hood life. I don't know, but again, I haven't been there. I have no clue. But it's funny because like the first mission is like join your buddies on bicycles and like shoot other guys. It starts out very cringy. It's like, hey CJ, let's go get some crack, and then you get on your bike and you shoot the Ballas, which are like the Ballas are like the rival gang guys, Ballas. They're basically purple guys, and you're the green guys. And we get on our little tricycles and we're ding, 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 going down the street. You know how that looks. And then you're just like shooting gangs, and then you go back to your house and Big Smoke orders is a two number nines. Number nine, Lord. You know, that thing. And it's insane. It's just not engrossing. It's very cringy and stupid. Now, I know a lot of people played this when they were kids. I don't know why or how, but I do know that, people have a lot of nostalgia for this game, right? Oh my God, I remember this mission and all that. And yeah, it does get better, right? The story does get better. CJ goes to different places, and there's like a heist element, and there's betrayal, and there's arcs. I mean, it's something. But in the beginning, it's really just kind of a slog. Because again, it's just you on your bike, rolling down the street, going to Rolling Heights Ballas country, and shooting up some guys on your little bicycle. You go home and have a burger or a beer. You know what I mean? It's just whatever. Samuel L. Jackson is, of course, Officer Tenpenny in this game. He's kind of like the villain. Samuel L. Jackson is good in this role. Of course, this is not like the best thing in the whole world, but it's cool that we're getting more stars in this game, because really, I think San Andreas was one of, if not the only, where you have like, I mean, you got Ray Liotta in Vice City, but Samuel L. Jackson is a really good presence in this game. And it works, I think it works. But it is kind of funny. Once you get past that cringy opening, it does get better in terms of story. So that's cool. But also, you get to this RPG kind of light element where, if you run around as CJ a lot, you'll get really skinny. And then you'll lose stamina. Or if you can go to Cluckin' Bells, and you can go to different fast food places in the game, and you can have CJ eat and eat and eat, and sometimes if you give him too much fuel, he'll just straight up puke on the floor. Yes, that's a thing that can happen, but you can also get morbidly obese, and you can become fat. And so you can become skinny, and that's bad, like too skinny, and you can become too fat, which is also bad, like real life. And then you also have to kind of maintain that balance, like real life. So with that, if you eat a lot, you have to literally run around, and you'll see a stamina bar go down. Or if if you're too skinny, you got to eat a little bit at the restaurant, and then you'll gain some fat back, and then after that, you can go to the gym. And you can build muscle. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff in there where, yeah, you actually have to eat to get fat. You actually have to run around a lot and not eat to get skinny. You have to actually go to a freaking gym and, beat the shit out of some guy in a gym to get new, like, jinjitsu moves, spinjitsu moves, you know what I mean? It's really cool how they do that. And it's something that we really haven't seen in any other Grand Theft Auto game. I mean, you could argue it's kind of in Red Dead 2 and whatnot, but for a GTA game especially that came out in 2004, that's pretty crazy, and I really like that element. Again, the city itself is amazing. Exploring is a freaking blast, man. In terms of stability, this game, the Definitive Edition, is the most stable out of the three. There's a little bit of stutter here and there, but again, that's just the camera angle. It's just an old, janky game. Obviously, Grove Street Games, they probably weren't the best people to remaster one of the most, prolific game trilogies in history, but whatever. Not like I could do better, but still. I think that it is definitely the most stable out of the three. I'll say that again, because nothing sucks more than just being engrossed in a world and having stuttering and frame rate dips and whatnot. And it is better than when I got it on launch, because at launch day, this thing was no good. Not so good stuff. And now, in 2023, I'm filming this on December 13th. It definitely is a welcome improvement, which is really cool. You know what I mean? It's not perfect. Obviously, 4 and 5 are more stable because they're straight up Rockstar. This is like Rockstar and Grove Street, but still, it works. So, story, pretty good. A little cringy in the beginning, but it gets better. The RPG stuff, the light RPG stuff, I should say, is really good. I really enjoy that. CJ is a pretty good protagonist, I think. Not the best, but he's definitely better than Claude. I'll tell you that much. I think anyone's better than Claude. But at the same time, it is cool to kind of go through the story and see what happens. And obviously you're doing the GTA shit. I mean, you're stealing cars, you're killing pedestrians, you're killing cops, you're whatever. But they have these new things where this is actually something that GTA 5 is missing. They actually have, like, gang shootouts. I mean, obviously in GTA 5, you can go to, like, the Grove Street area and shoot up gangs and they'll shoot back. But this game had a really cool mechanic where if you're just bopping around through the street listening to Freebird or whatever, you can hear our hood is being attacked and you have to go save your hood from the rival gang. And, again, I don't know if that's how life works. You know what I mean? It is really weird because they're trying to depict a specific culture in America as a, like, our hood's attacked, save the hood! You know what I mean? It's like, is that how it happens? Like, I don't know. But, yeah, it is kind of weird. But it's a good game mechanic. It's fun. You know what I mean? It's cool that you got to go to that, you have to go to X location and kill X amount of bad guys or Ballas members or whatever, the different gang members, and then you get your hood back. It's a little thing, but it's kind of cool. Instead of just you killing pedestrians and killing police all the time, you're actually killing, your rival gang. Because CJ isn't necessarily a quote-unquote criminal. Unlike 5, where basically Trevor's effing crazy. Franklin is in the hood, but he's trying to escape, and Michael is just kind of a crazy retired bank robber guy. So yeah, all three of those guys probably aren't the best, but CJ isn't, necessarily like a known terrorist criminal, you know what I mean? So it's kind of weird that, like, obviously it's Grand Theft Auto, so yeah, you're shooting cops and civilians, that's the whole point, right? You're quote-unquote the bad guy. But it is cool to see other stuff that isn't just kill that grandma and then shoot that cop in the head, you know what I mean? Like, there's something different, which is always cool. Again, the exploration, though, is where this game is king. Very fun open world, man. I love playing this game. This is by far my favorite GTA out of the trilogy, and again, once we return to 4 and 5, I will kind of give you guys an update on my favorite overall and kind of like a ranking, and I also have a really cool GTA reaction video, which I'm going to do after I cover all these games to kind of wrap this stuff up, so look forward to that. But overall, man, like I said, story pretty good. Graphics, obviously the best out of the 3. The animations, look, this is GTA San Andreas through and through, okay? Like, look, the definitive edition, they put some bells and whistles on, but it's still the same janky game from 2004, okay? Like, the animation is pretty much unchanged. I mean, it's still a little ropey compared to even 4 and 5, you know what I mean? I'm not saying 4 isn't the best either in terms of that, but, you look at 5 and it's like, oh my god, imagine GTA San Andreas, but with, like, GTA 5 everything, not just the controls, you know what I mean, like everything, and that would have been cool. But it's weird, I do like the fact that it is kind of janky, because it reminds me that I'm playing an old game, just a kind of, I don't even want to say remastered, but just kind of like, redone open world game, because it's fun, and, the weird graphics and the weird animations, it's cool, because it reminds me of a certain time in the past, you know what I mean, where, like, this was the best of the best, so I kind of like that. I like the nostalgic aspect of that, but at the same time, there are some really weird facial animations. I remember CJ's face going haywire. You probably see in his neck when CJ shoots an AK-47 or an M16, his effing neck contorts like he's having a seizure or something. Some of the rival guys and some of the hood gang guys look like Patrick Star, just literally shaped like a freaking star. It's pretty crazy. I mean, if you go like, there's like a bridge you just fall through. This is patched out now, but there was some you can find it on YouTube, man. There's some pretty crazy stuff, and I didn't run into a whole lot of it, but it is kind of funny because you look online and you're on a motorbike and you turn the camera around, look behind you. And CJ's face is like right there, like a jump scare, or like you wear CJ's afro, like you can go to the barbershop and get an afro, and like if you do a certain thing with when CJ has the afro, it like zooms into the hair, so like you see his skin, like the inside of his skin. It's just a freaking nightmare, man. Old Reese, the barber, looks Muslim. Last time I checked, he was a black guy. So yeah, Grove Street Games, they kind of messed up a few things. Okay, they messed up a few character animations, right? When Ryder is riding his bike, his arm's all jacked up, and it looks like he broke like 14 bones in his body. Okay, it's not the best in the world, but it is funny. Obviously, those things I don't think should be there, but to me, it kind of reminded myself that, hey, I'm playing an older game. I know that the girl, Denise, I think, the girl that CJ saves from the burning house, she's like your first girlfriend in the game. So I got a girlfriend, look at that. But in that, you actually see her face, and my God, comparing some of the facial animations to the original San Andreas, like the original, it's like, it's freaking night and day. I mean, the original, I don't know how the original looks better, but it does. Denise just looks insane half the time. She looks like Yoda, Lego Yoda. It's crazy. So, again, some of the stuff they did really well. Like, it does look better, generally. It does run better, generally. It plays better. They have the GTA 5 controls and whatnot. So, yeah, it's more of a modern take on the game, but I don't want to really call any of these straight-up remasters, because they're more like little touch-ups, you know what I mean? Like, they're more modern versions of the older games with the same old DNA behind it. And I think that's a good thing and a bad thing. In this case, I think it's rather good, because most of it works compared to 3 and 4. You know what I mean? Like, GTA 3, they updated the graphics and the performance, but they still added that crap feature where you just get blown up in one hit from a mafia guy. Or Vice City, you still can't swim. You know what I mean? So, like, little things like that, they could have fixed up and changed. But, you know, I think San Andreas is the better of both evils in that case, and I do think it does work out. But I enjoyed this game, man. I really do. Again, my only issue is that some of the story moments are really cringy, kind of weird, a little uncomfortable, and just like, alright, why am I, like, driving on a bike shooting game? Like, this is weird. But it does get better after a while. Physics are fun and all that. It's a funny game at times. Voice acting is whatever. Some of it's good, some of it's atrocious. I mean, CJ's whatever. Of course, you got the memes. You got Big Smoke. You know, who doesn't love Big Smoke? And is oh, CJ, my dog. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta love that shit. You know what I mean? That's funny. So there are some really iconic and fun moments in this game that kind of are some of the best in the Grand Theft Auto series, but at the same time, you do have that jank. There's a little bit of performance stutter, but again, it's because it's such an old game, and they're kind of, basically, literally, they're putting paint over an old broken-ass fence. That's what it is. It's like, picture a broken fence, and it's all chipped and gross, and then Rockstar or Grove Street Games is just painting brown paint or green paint, whatever, white paint, whatever paint your fences over the fence, and it's still the same broken fence. It just looks a little better. You know what I mean? That's basically what this trilogy was, and I like it. I'm not hating on it, but it does have some issues, and I do think that it could have been patched up a little more to be even more better in terms of performance, but at the same time, I do like it. It is fun, and I gotta say, man, GTA San Andreas is the best out of the trilogy. Is it the best overall? Probably not. We'll get to it once I cover 4 and 5, but right now, I gotta give Grand Theft Auto San Andreas from a 0 to a 10. I gotta give it a 9. It's a very fun game. I love it. It's nostalgic for me. Even though I played it like 2 years ago, it's still somehow nostalgic for me. It's weird, you know what I mean? Like, I remember whenever I'm driving down Grove Street in like a pimped up lowrider like Ramon from Cars, right? And I'm listening to Freebird and I'm going slow. I'm just taking in the sunset. For some reason, I don't know, like, I don't believe in like a past life thing. That's not my religion. But, you ever had that like deja vu feeling? It feels really weird. It feels like like when I was a kid, I have this like weird past memory where I remember playing this and it just stuck with me. I don't know why. You ever have that? I never played this as a kid. And again, I'm Catholic, Christian, whatever. I don't believe in like the past life thing, but it's just weird. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just really weird. Every time I do that, I'm like, man, I have this really weird memory where like I'm just driving down Grove Street in a car during a sunset. I don't know. I got no clue. Maybe I'm weird, but that's just a thing that happened to me. I don't know. It's like the Matrix. Maybe we're living in a simulation. I don't know. We're living in San Andreas, and I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. But yeah, that's just a side thing. Maybe. Who knows? But I do think it is a really good game, and it's fun to play, and again, I wish they performed a little bit better in terms of the stuttering and all that, but it's not horrible, and it definitely is the best out of the trilogy. Tell me down below in the comments what you think about GTA San Andreas. Is it your favorite out of the trilogy between 3, Vice City, and this one? What is your favorite down below? Please tell me. I'd love to know. And next up will be Grand Theft Auto 4. Again, man, I really enjoyed this game. A few hitches here or there, but overall, it's a pretty fun time. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.